very thrilling presentation, and General, please do it.
I usually open this one lady in my conference, so I have to say lady and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Journalists, ladies and gentlemen.
A little louder, please.
Yeah, here, thank you. Okay. Thank you very much for attending my conference, my presentation, I'm sorry, and thanks for journalists, and especially Journal Yasser, Egyptian Witness, and the shade to accept the invitation. Today, actually, as you see that it's an overview. Okay. It's an overview for, let me say, the current challenging entries to the Middle East countries. I may call it the accurate or the true three challenges to the Middle East. I will try to take you just over as I told you, and you will see from my point of view specific traits which will be our attention. I will talk about the global powers, great nations, powers, in addition to regional powers, strategic goals, objectives of countries of concern in our region, in addition to national and regional security. After that, I will follow with another view, as it already, to the national security challenge and peace, then the potential expected scenarios. Finally, I will finish with the points to consider like strategic recommendations I can say to our leaders. Now, as you are aware that Henry Kissinger, I think it was in his book, New World Order, he said that our age instantly, at time, almost desperately in pursuit of common concept of world order. So when we see, I believe that 20th century started with multi-poles world, and after Second World War, it became two poles, which is Russia and the United States. And after the collapsing of the Soviet Union, it became only one pole. So it's getting wider. It's one nation and five great nations and the regions, and we can imagine the situation very quickly what it reaches out to. However, decades passed over our world witnessing wars and conflicts, which made it instantly a need to a point of order. We have to understand the new global and regional powers based on the current global and regional shape to understand the current Middle East challenges and needs. As he said that we have a superpower, which is a global power, is the United States. I believe it's ruled by five great countries. The four permanent is the Security Council and Germany. Also, I see the world divided into 12 regions, and these regions are divided inside, some of them into sub-regions. If I talk about the Middle East, we have Gulf area and North Africa. And I believe that, for example, Egypt is a part of both North Africa and the Middle East itself. If I try to find a relation between a global and great powers related to the Middle East, honestly, I believe it's very complicated. Why? Because Europeans have their own interests in the Middle East. United States, including Russia and China, from the Far East and Central Asia. We have five powers in the Middle East are related to them. I also believe it's Iran, Gulf countries is a power, Egypt, Israel, and Turkey. In the time that Israel is a permanent enemy to the Arab nations, it's not, no doubt about that. Even we have the peace, the peace treaty between us, but it's considered as enemy. And at the same time, Iran is hostile attitude. So you can find that Egypt and Saudi Arabia, with the Gulf countries on the side, Israel is calming. It's a time that Iran is doing the hostile incidents which we are all aware about right now. And Turkey is trying to find a role in this area for its own interest. And I will show you later the strategic objectives to the country concerned, as I mentioned before. The relation between global and great powers in the Middle East and Middle East powers is based on competency among the 3 points which I mentioned now, of the 5 countries. Iran would like to have influence. Iran now is in 4 areas or 4 countries. In Yemen was Houthis. It's in Iraq, Shia over there. In Lebanon, Hezbollah, and in Syria, the leading or the ruling party by Bashar al-Assad. On the other hand, you can find that the Gulf countries, as I told you, the GCC is a regional power, which is very important, not only economically, but also politically and military now are getting stronger. Egypt insisted on being on the same power which is used to. And coming to the Arab Spring, even though it's trying to maintain its power, and when Egypt maintains its power, it can maintain the stability of the area around. As I told you, Israel is coming, Palestine is under threat, because it believes that if it's not under threat, there is no interest will come to a frozen state as anything like this. Okay, the multi-interest between USA and GCC is known. US, Iran, I'm talking now about the global and regional powers relations, and there are some points to consider, or let me say, to build on this kind of relation. The first point is there's a multi-interest between USA and GCC and Egypt, especially in this area. Also, the US and Iranian talks concerning the nuclear project, which is not finished yet. And that's why Iran is still coming also. It doesn't want to move further. It wants to complete, and that's why it has some negotiations with USA and European Union. Also, the Israeli-American relations is a very important factor, we can say, and the current security situation in the region. All of these elements, they are in brief. I selected the important elements. This kind of relation among global power, great countries power, and Middle East power is built on them. Okay, strategic objectives. I selected honestly USA, Russia, Iran, Israel, and Turkey. From my point of view, as you know that I'm not representing any country, I'm representing an organization, this is my point of view. I can say that the United States would like to maintain the viability factor as a sole global power, besides weakening and undermining the triad powers, which is Russia, China, and North Korea, and the Far East, by controlling a strategic buffer zone, which I believe is the Middle East. Using the government and the governments and the resources of their nation. And in the governments and the resources of the Middle East is to be used by the United States, coming from the west, going to the east, as a buffer zone to depend on. Because, don't tell me if I consider that as a west pole, and there is a east pole over there, and there is a buffer zone between us, don't tell me that I would like to have the domain, I'd like to be that stronger, and not to domain this buffer zone to my side. Okay, Israel. Israel is very keen and really wants to be the greatest power in the Middle East. Not only just a power, it wants to be a greatest power. Establishing the state of Greater Israel from Nile to the Euphrates and controlling the region. Russia would like to raise and enlarge its power, military power especially, in addition to economic power. And it wants to be a competent global power, trying to restore its position in the Central Asia and Pacific, in addition to the Middle East as well. And undermining the American role. So there's the opposite side, I believe, and there's the opposite reaction or action even from Russia, within Middle East, Central Asia, and Pacific, with a strategic interest and relations with countries of these regions. It tries to increase the relations with the countries. And I can tell you something very simple. You can see now there are some maneuvers, sea maneuvers between China and Russia. You can see that after the second revolution of Egypt by General Sisi, Brazil would very quickly make the referendum and he took Crimea, just to stop any influence plan from the United States with Crimea. We may be taking them to NATO and put some United States army bases over there. So it's a kind of, both of them are trying to take as much as we can of a buffer or countries or regions under their control or their influence. Iran now, for the short term and for the long term, they are very keen about completing their nuclear project with the intention to expand its border to maintain its sustainability as well. As I told you, they are influenced in 4 countries right now, so we have to do more. That's why they are very keen about Yemen. And that makes them hostile in their, not actions, but in their resolutions, in their states, in the state. I believe that they are keeping the ethnic and the sectarian tools to control the region as a strong information. Turkey is very smart. They try their best to be, they declared, by the way, I think a few weeks ago, their vision to be a global power. Fine. There is some political inside the country itself, because the president would like to extend for maybe a third period of his presidential position, and would like to have the lead of the prime minister. This is my understanding, you can say. But really, he would like to be a competent global power, not even regional power inside the Middle East. And to do that by the requirements of full membership in the UAE, being the sole agent distributing the Middle East gas to the European countries, and could be also an assist for them if they would like to continue keeping their aim to be in the European Union. Okay, now transferring, after I explain all of that, what's the national security? I think most of us know them, but let me explain from one point of view. So national security concept is a condition of state survival and protecting its capabilities. This is normal for any nation they would like to have. And this is a normal state. The other states will have interest outside their countries, maybe to protect their capabilities with action inside and outside the country. For the Arab regional security concept, the overall procedures and measures of political, military, economic, social, cyber cooperation, and interaction taken by the Arab countries to face the threats and challenges through the strategy of regional coordination to maintain their survival capabilities. And this should be really the regional security concept for the Arab nations right now. The elements are known that it's military, security, political security, economic, social, cyber, environmental, energy, and natural resource security, empowerment of women, and that's why I'm making it today, because it's by Hillary Clinton has been declared, I think, 2-3 years ago when she was minister, foreign state of the United States, but it's not really, until now implemented in the Middle East or Arab countries. Okay, the common known threats against national security, any nation or any region or even all over the world. Let me say like that: terrorism, cyber and information, international violation. And I can give you even 2-3 slides beside that. But from my point of view, I believe that as Arabian countries, we are suffering specific national security threats and challenges, maybe in 70 points. We have internal, regional, and international. The internal national security challenges and threats, I believe that they are bad governance and failed governance as well. It's a very important threat. As I told you, I'm not going to talk about any country, even my country. But the bad governance lead to what we are facing right now. And failed governance as well. Bad governance means corruption, means bribes. Failed governance means misleading, means not capable enough, not innate, they are not capable to manage their resources to be at least stable country, not really country. This is the first thing I believe. Second one is capability of state to understand and implement the international measures, standards, and laws socially, organizationally, scientifically, and ethically, or forming them, at least forming them according to their culture. And if I can get it done, I'm here living in UAE. It was ISO for the quality, for example. It became EFQ, and now they are going for investors to be which is not improving. These are the standards. Traffic. In Europe, I have visited, I'm going even to Greece for a NATO conference after 2 weeks. I have been to UK, I have been to USA. Everybody, and you are from, some of you from these countries, I have been to Oman, I'm here in Medellin. Everybody respect the traffic personally, self-respect. And these are the measures. Some countries, and I know them very well, let me say, living in a country, no respect if nobody is controlling you. So how can you be stable even as a society? How can you be stable as a country, as a nation? It's really free that you don't want to implement, not even that. You don't know the measures. You don't know the international rules. You don't want to do them. Corruption is not only a threat, but the more, let me say, the most important thing related to corruption is to neutralize corruption in your people, in yourself. That it became a welfare. You can understand how much is the threat right now. As far as the regional challenges are concerned and threats, I don't like this word conspiracy. I don't like it. But there are some regional conspiracy. Some nations want other nations to be still. Again, I say thank you to the GCC because the 6 countries, alhamdulillah, thanks to God, they are stable. Because no corruption as possible as they try to maintain the human rights. They try to maintain that everybody will be happy with his life, happy with his job as possible as he can. So in this case, some other countries would like to make conspiracy against them, even in the Middle East itself. And it's a very big threat. Using something like sectarian as opposed to ethnic problems just to create problems among them. The other one, the regional reaction toward collapsing or something, if some country is collapsing, let me say Lebanon, Iraq, Yemen, Syria, and so on. What is the reaction from the other countries in the same region? Everybody knows about Greece. Really, it was a very big problem, which is the crisis, financial crisis. Was the European debt, they supported this. This is a regional reaction. Because if you don't do that, it will reflect very bad effect again. I believe, maybe I'm wrong, that Arizona sometimes, Texas, sometimes pays some money for Arizona and Alabama because Texas is rich. And the other states are not rich enough. So we have to support them. If you don't support them, they will suffer. So this is what I'm calling, as I told you, the reaction to the other collapsing countries. From the countries or the states of the same region. Internationally, I have 3 points. The first one is a foreign external intervention in regional affairs for regional isolating or dividing purposes, which leads to the weakening of these of the aimed states, and consequently, these aimed states will be always in need to those isolated nations. Very frankly, it's done. Some nations, global power, or great nations, they would like to make you, with your resources, in need always to you. So I have to isolate you. And that's why it was my answer to my question to Dr. Walker yesterday. In the time there, the Arab League decided with a request of the Gulf countries and Egypt and some other Arab countries to have combined forces, joint forces, fighting together, and now they are exercising together in the maneuvers. And we see that we have a defense academy for specific sub-region. It should be our defense academy. This reflects to me that there is 2 policies. I don't say bad intention, no, because every sub-region must be protected. All sub-regions are protected, so the whole region will be protected, the whole region will be protected. If the sub-regions are strong, the whole region will be strong as well. But we have to understand, and I give you another example. Today, in USA, President Obama invited the GCC leaders, which is really very good. And I support that like anyone can understand the situation. But I expected from them to invite Egypt and maybe Algeria. Why? It's not because it's my country, but because now they decided to fight together to secure the region together. Why? You insist this will reflect to me that Obama has maybe wrong, let me say bad intention. I would like to isolate them to me. I'm not condemning anybody, but I say this, how can I understand? Maybe I'm wrong, but this is a reflection, and this is free. The second point, which is foreign external intervention also in internal affairs of other states, not even in this case, specific states. Okay, and I will talk now about Egypt. Egypt has specific, yes, it was long time corruption about that, or fake governments, or whatever. It's not the point to talk about. But the point is, why countries interfere in a specific country to select people, to train them for the revolution? I'm not against revolutions, I'm not against changing it, but it must be from inside the country. If you see that I was 25 of January, Brigadier General, and I was Director of Operational Intelligence, and I was responsible of securing, we call it ground camp, with my elements, because we have special forces, which is reconnaissance, and they are responsible for protecting us because the police were handicapped. They didn't do anything. And I saw the people on the street. I'm telling you frankly. Some of them, yes, they are angry. Let me say many. And some others, they were managing what is going on. And some others are planning from outside. I wished that the revolution came even from this youth inside. No any interference from outside. Why? Because we don't understand our culture. Because I will show you the result right now. Who is responsible for this result? And the third point, yes, as I told you, some intervention with bad intention, maybe are coming with good intention, like Greater Middle East, or the New Middle East. This is American project. It was very good. It was a knowledge for better society, for better health, better education, everything. Fine. But what happened after that? They came with good intention, but they don't understand the cultures of the countries. So we have Yemen, Egypt, Syria, Libya, problems. And nobody can control them until now. It is a consequence of that. And I believe that even if you have a good intention, you have to be very careful when you are dealing with a lion, for example, a wolf, or whatever is the animal which you don't know what he will do to you and to himself and you are around. You don't understand. Really, you don't understand. Okay. These internal, regional, and international challenges I mentioned against national security of the Middle East countries have led to the Arab Spring. And I believe that revolution declaring noble, that as these Arab says, it was declared with noble objectives were launched in Arab countries, those which named by the American Department of State and Western countries as Arab Spring. The situation was prepared to be exploited very badly from whoever. By countries, maybe groups, organizations, whoever, away from this nobility. Let's review. No, I'm not talking about this, sorry. So, and this is the result of the See, terrorism everywhere. And by the way, they didn't come from the heaven or from the hell like that. They were there. But they came very widely. They came just to exploit the situation very badly. They would like to have, they call it Islamic State, they call it Shiite State, they call it whatever they want. But this is not. Who is responsible for this? I'm telling you, although I say conspiracy never be from one side. It's merely from inside. But don't support it to be also bigger from outside. Because I thought you don't know the culture. And this is the result that you don't understand the culture. Okay, I expect a few things. Maybe we will sooner or later. Good news now that there is, let me say, a truce, or I can say that ceasefire for a few days by Saudi Arabia, which we have expected very much. I hope it will fix the issue, and this conference which I expected. Stop any regional violation, and Houthi goes back. Yemen to be still hold that hope. That is the first time everybody hold that thing. Second one, if it doesn't stop, I expect a regional war. Maybe limited. It will not be only between Shia and Sunni in this area, but maybe not proxy war only. Maybe it will be by Iran, would prefer, against some Arab states. And don't tell me to stop, it will be escalated to the first America. Which is maybe. Because nobody will stop. If the war doesn't stop by us, nobody will stop it by us. And it will increase. Now I don't say who's responsible. I say everybody is responsible to support that response. Now, my strategic recommendations. First of all, insisting on the activation of the Arab League. I insist, activation of the Arab League. And formation of the Joint Arab Defense Force, responsible for protecting and securing its nations according to the directions of peace. And establishing a Joint Arab Defense Academy and a Joint Arab Command and Staff College, supporting the current increasing Arab-related maneuvers and exercises. Also, I advise raising the values of the new Arab regional order in terms of national security context of every Arab nation and the context of the regional security in general. We should work to have a new Arab regional order, not new world order. New world order must be within new Arab regional order. The third, expanding the Arab economy and investment operation by reforming the international investments map of the rich Arab countries. To participate with a huge investment in all Arab and regional countries and to achieve the economic independence, supporting the political and social